All right, hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part 6 of Railway Empire 2. We're playing the Industrial Wonders DLC, and we're playing the scenario set in the Ruhr area called the Industrial Miracle. And in the last long, epic episode, we knocked off, I think we finished these two. Yeah, we finished these two. We finished the explosives. And we are almost finished with concrete, and we should already be finished. Our score is going to suffer because dummy here could have doubled the production right at the beginning of that episode and then finally realized it at the end. So, down here in Rattingen, I had the opportunity, and I remember it well now. I said, okay, we'll double that in a minute, but we didn't have enough money at the time, and then I forgot to come back. So, oh, goodness. So, anyway, we'll get that done, and everything's looking pretty good. I want to make sure this isn't a traffic tap. I think it's just trains waiting. Oh, wait, they're waiting too far out. Don't like that. Which line are you? This is Essen. This is probably... Yeah, this is the one that's not carrying beans. It's waiting way too far out, and I don't understand. Okay, now someone explain this to me. We have these guys are set up. Here's an example of where they've got to fix this. Their blocks aren't working correctly. I think I mentioned this last episode. I've been playing offline and noticed this. Look at the see. They're supposed to be going into this first set of this first shunt line here, right? Well, look at, wait. Oh, that could be my mistake. Okay, let's hope it's my mistake. Let's hope that this is, no. Okay, now that's a run full. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still wrong. What I'm thinking is maybe I've got the wrong train in here waiting, but it doesn't matter. They should be pulling up all the way up here and getting, you could put a train, well, there's a train here. Why aren't they pulling into that little spot right there? And why aren't there more, why aren't there more signals too? Let's just see what happens if I add some Jan Jansens in here. Can we get these trains to pull up where we want them? This is the point of a Jan Jansen, is to allow you to take these empty trains and pull them up into a tighter space. Let's see if that does anything. Oh, look, it did. Okay, they moved up. So maybe it's the usual thing of a ooh, why is it making that weird? Yeah, see, that was blocking other trains. That's no good. But I think we've got it fixed now. And that just says, let's make sure these other lines aren't messing things up either. 1, 2. What I'm doing is just putting extra signals in here to create more blocks on these shunt lines, so the trains will move up into a tighter space and get out of the way of each other. Because you can't have if any one of the lines hangs back here and waits, all the lines will eventually pile up behind it and stop. So if I've got too many trains in there or whatever, we're just going to shut down the whole system. But now it looks like it's working, so I take it back. Not a problem, my problem. And it seems to be working correctly. Good. All right. What are we going to do this episode? Well, we're going to wait to see what happens next. Finish off the concrete, and then let's focus on growing Essen. See, how can we grow Essen? And we are right this minute. That's good. But see, it's just barely. And because we have the university, we're not getting any help from the library. So we got to do it all on our own. Now, see, we got plenty of stuff in here that isn't going out anywhere. or isn't going out enough. So we don't have beans, and I think that was, why don't we have beans? We should have a line that just runs out of there all the time. Beans to Essen raw. This guy here should be running. Well, that brings me to a good topic. We started this out with a one city, one line setup. Well, when you're trying to grow a city into 100,000, 115,000, whatever, your consumption's going up. It's probably a busy city in other ways and important, and got a lot of traffic, which this does. And the one city, one line may or may not be enough. So let's just look to see what's going on here. The beans, I think we just fixed that with our the Jan Jansen's. So Jan Jansen to the rescue. And then the grain would be a similar thing. The grain and the wood could be off of the same deal, because the train gets stopped at the beans. If this Essen raw, see, it goes to a bunch of places, and if it gets stopped at the beans and just sits there, it doesn't deliver anything else, right? That's the sad thing. So I think we've got that fixed. I think it's working. We'll let it run for a minute to see if that's true, to see if we're getting the basics in there. But right now, except for the beans, see, it's very low on lumber. That's no good. But it's also consuming lumber now because of the planks and the sawdust. Well, the sawmill that we're using. So really, the big hole now, at the end of the last one, we set up clothing delivery and cloth delivery. Let's go check on that. We got the clothing coming up, I know, out of Wuppertal down here, or Wuppertal, or however you say that. And we've got this line here. So there's the clothing coming, and there's some clothing and cloth, just as we thought. And number 3 is going to deploy as soon as it has some space, and it should probably bring the same kind of thing. It probably just, well, yeah, it will. It'll be able to bring a bunch of cloth and one clothing. And this owner down here should say, hey, man, I can sell this stuff. Now, the way we've got it set up, it can only sell it to Essen. But Essen would like to have 1.1 clothing and 1.1 cloth. And down here, this guy is making 0.8. So he could actually level up on his own. But I think what we could do as well is just buy it and level it up ourselves. And then we could look at our warehouse system here that's kind of out of control a little bit. We've got this in a warehouse. We don't need to, because we've now added this as a production inside the city, right? So I'm going to eliminate that. And then we're going to add, I think we'll add cloth and clothing to this warehouse structure. And then we'll look to see where else could we send it. And we've got clothing here, but well, of course they would need, or cloth rather, excuse me, and they're going to need clothing. And they're not, and they've got cloth. If we could, if we could make Gelsenkirchen stop, if it would grow to like 89,999 and stop, so it never hit 90. If it never hit 90, then the electric components would never be needed there, and that would be a beautiful place to make electric components, because you could really, have a big factory if you wanted to. Which reminds me, that's the other thing we need to do this episode right away, is set up that electric components and start feeding them. We've got it set up to be fed to beans here. We don't want to make it in a city that's large and going to consume all of them. And that's why I came up with this idea out here of this kind of, let's grow several cities to like 40 to 60,000 kind of. That's what's happening here. We're hoping in Witten and Castrop and Heron. And we could actually use this same setup to do our electric components as well. And eventually I'll learn the supply chain. I really wish I knew it better because it really is crucial to how you plan things. Steel and wire, and we're already set up for wire coming into here. And I think it would probably be a good idea to have wire and sulfur. So we got the sulfur so we can transfer. Like sulfur comes down from here, goes there, and then this Witten comes up there and grabs it and brings it back here to make the chemicals, as well as what it can get from Schwerta. But I think we'd be well off to do that. And then we need steel. I don't think we have steel coming like to Bochum at all. And what I'm thinking is we could use the same warehouse structure. Could we? Could we, he said. Maybe this one. Maybe use this guy to bring steel into Bochum. And then then we could, wherever we end up putting electric components, like as these grow, like Witten here is 25,000 and growing nicely. When it hits 30, we'll give it a immigration office and it'll quickly hit 40. I think maybe Witten is going to become our maker of electric components. And that being said, do they want steel now? At 45, they'll start taking steel. We could start running steel to Bochum and or Witten. I think we probably have a lot of steel that we're producing. Oh yes, we have an abundance of steel in Oberhausen, and it's our plant. We might as well make some money on it, and we might as well get other places who could use it. Okay, good. Let's see. So I'd like a Bochum to Oberhausen kind of thing. And I don't know if we have that or not. Let's see. Sorry, I just don't remember. It's getting a little complex here for my tiny brain. Bochum. I don't see anything there. And I'm pretty sure, and this goes, I think, just to beans. Yeah. And that could continue. That could be our delivery. Yeah, let's do this. This is our delivery going over there anyway. So why don't we do this? Let's go post office. Yeah, let's do post office. That'll solve all our problems. Let's do warehouse. And in this warehouse, let's take steel. And let's take electric components. Okay. And then we can say, okay, does anybody in this setup out here want steel? So we could look at flow of goods, steel. Okay, they want some in Gelsenkirchen. I think they want some here. I think it's hard for me to read that. see, 0%. Yeah, they're at 100%. They want some steel in Bochum anyway. And they don't. They do. Dortmund wants a little bit. And then eventually, I think the big consumer, Witten, or well, wherever we put the explosives, or I'm sorry, electric components. All right, so let's say if we had a line that went to, we had a line that came out of here, and headed out with the intent of going to Oberhausen. Well, let me think about this a different way. What if the warehouse for steel, what if this warehouse, we had steel at beans, okay? And then we could have a line from here to here, it'd be pretty easy to do. And then we already have this line here that runs back and forth. And in fact, if we let it free flow a little bit, it'd be worth doing. Do we even need it here? If we have it here, could we not just run it? Okay. Yes, we could say, don't take steel. We don't want it circular. We don't want it steel going in both directions because they'll just haul it back and forth. Don't take steel on your line when you come. Don't take the steel away from Bochum, but do take it away from beans because that's just a warehouse to grab it from. That's just a source. Okay, that's cool. And that way, this guy here could have a purpose. He could run. Let's just see. And let's just say that his priority when he comes back would be the steel, right? That if there's steel there and you could use it, we'll take it. Okay. And then over here, this steel will be to distribute it to these towns. So we'll think of the towns, again, that want it and run a line like that. And then we won't have to for Gelsenkirchen. I mean, we can run steel into Gelsenkirchen just directly. And then we'd be giving steel to Bochum. Okay, yeah, I like a lot of this. All right. Now, how busy are we over here? How ridiculous is all this? I think all this is pretty good. So I think what we'll do is set up another. Where is this? Where are we trying to build track? Uh-oh. I don't know what track we were trying to build. Oh, probably the most important track ever. Oh, there it was. It was right here. Oh, okay. It was my first thoughts here, but we'll change it. Okay. So, all right. So let's go down here to Oberhausen. Let's come out of the first empty socket and go like this. Give them plenty of runway. All right. And Give them their own shunt line, and we're going to put some extra, if we can. Where we can, we'll give it some extra Jan Jansen, but it's got plenty. It's a nice long line. All right, so this is going to be Oberhausen 3 to here, to beans. And I don't like, this is too much going on here, so let's just take advantage of our wealth and just make some more track. Let's come out of here and go over here. Oh, what? In, out, in, out, in, out. What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Oh, no. That guy there, I'm not sure what his deal is. Let me I'm going to turn it off that. Then I'm going to go here and tell it to go that way. And then, let's see. I'm not sure what the problem is here. I'm going to turn it off. You'd hit this to turn off the signals without blowing up the track. Then I'm going to tell it to go that way to place signals. Okay, I like that better. I must have somehow messed that up. But we should still be able to put these non-directional in there. Yeah, there we go. See how they're pointing the wrong way, but then they flip. That one didn't flip. See, it took it almost like a... Okay, go there. And it has to flip around. Okay, that's enough. I won't take the risk of another one. And I'm going to build yet another platform out here. And some of you are going, just build a big gridiron and stop all this foolishness. But I like it. I like to know exactly where my trains are going and how they're going to queue up. Plus, I like the big giant superhighways of track as well. This may or may not be able to go in there. May not. I think we'll just have it come in to like right there. Would be all right. Set our signals. Add some coming in, going out really doesn't matter so much. And now we have a new one to go from, I think we built one here, didn't we? With nothing on it? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go here to here for the freight line. Your priority is going to be to take that, although right now that's all you can take. You're going to run full. Are you going to run full? Yeah, I think so. Wouldn't have to. And then back here, you do not bring that back. And your priority would be those things. But if you can't find, if you need some beans and you can't find anything else, grab some beans. And this is going to be track 4. And that forces it into our shunt line that we just built. And this one's going to be track 4. And that way it's using just that track, and that should be a pretty clean line. A little bit of, it merges here and here, but it should run fairly cleanly. And I see something up here we need to look at too. Run the Brooks Mogul, run some trains on it, and we should start seeing steel, I would think. Oh. Okay. It's not going to take. Let's see, what kind of warehouse is this? Yeah, this is automatic distribution. It's not going to take anything until somebody needs it, right? So what we need is, we should need it though. I would think that these trains here, which I think I'm going to set them to just run. I think that they would create the idea that, hey, somebody does want steel. So if we go here and look at this one. What? Why are there 2 lines showing up here? I don't get this. Why is Solingen in here as well? I've got this track because this is not this over here should be Solingen, shouldn't it? Oh, that's Vit. Did I put this in the wrong spot? 1, 2, 3. That's only 4. Okay, this is Solingen, and then it's going to wait because Solingen's a little town that makes tools, right? I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have sworn I did this, but I could be wrong. Uh-oh. Getting a little funky here. Too many of these weird curves. There. You can go back there. Be fine. And we'll give you like that. And then we'll look at the line that goes to beans, the warehouse one to beans. Yeah, it's that one. We're going to tell it to start on track 5. But you can see here, it's already over on this track. So I'm going to get rid of that train. There. Now it's on track 5. And we could put the train back by just making the line longer or more trains. So he's waiting for steel, and there's still nothing happening. And I've got trains here that want to have a drink. It's the main thing they want. And they're not running. Why? Oh, this is not automatic distribution. Does that matter? I don't see why that would matter. Why can't we take steel there to distribute somewhere else? You know, I think I might trust that a little bit more. And look what happened. Immediately there's steel going out there. So that's interesting. Let's see if that's what we think it is. Yeah. Here goes steel out to beans. And let's see where they're headed. Gelsenkirchen and Bochum. Beautiful. Okay. And he'll get a drink down there in a moment. So that's going to bring the steel to here. And then we've got to think about who else wants steel. Dortmund. Just Dortmund. Well, yeah, just Dortmund. Because the Gelsenkirchen one, it's not getting it from Bochum, it's getting it from here, right? So Dortmund wants steel out of here. So we need to have this capable of delivering to Dortmund. And I think what we'll do, I think we'll just, I don't know if I'm even going to use that one. We'll just increase the space here, and then we'll go get a line from here that just joins into the fund. And we're going to have a train that runs from here to here. It all looks good. I think I want to prioritize this stuff. Okay, and at first it doesn't have anything, but now what that's going to do is trigger the steel that we have yet another consumer through beans, right? Because steel is going to go to beans, and then it's going to go to Bochum, and then it's going to go to Dortmund. And up here, do we have a traffic jam? Well, not really. What do we look like traffic? 12. It's too high, but it's bearable. Glen, Russian 46,133. We're running 5286. 86 is a little low on the traction. That might be worth getting to at some point. We know from Johnny's research the overall speed, average speed you get from these trains for hauling freight is a combination of the some mathematical combination that we don't know for sure exactly what it is of the uh, the speed and the tractive power. Makes sense. Uh, we'll just take that. I took the lubricating because that's definitely a good one. How big are you? Now they should be growing to me faster than they are. Oh, they're not getting any beer. Yeah, we're not shipping beer very well. You're not making beer very well. Where's another beer producer? Here, Gelsenkirchen. They got tons of beer, and they should be sharing it with everybody else. They should be bringing it into here. Hmm. 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 Now, hmm, hmm, beer.
The more concrete, the more living space. The region could now continue to grow.
Okay, finally we got the concrete done. I'm slapping myself. And then this is growing. Barely. We're hanging on. Uh, we don't have milk going in here at all, do we? I just saw that. I think it's on here, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my word. Yeah, let's get milk going down here if we don't do anything else. Uh, yeah, we used all of our sockets. No, we got one more to go. I think we'll use it. We'll just go like this. and we'll just go straight spaghetti code. Or well, spaghetti track out here. And we'll go here. Would this be better off of the bridge? 541, let's see. Yeah, it's cheaper and better grade and faster and yeah, like it. Okay. And then we'll go here, here. And you will haul milk, and we want a 9 frequency. We got 14, so we need 2 to hit 9 and go. There we go. That'll help everybody. And then, what else is there? Lots of sulfur to let go of. That's weird. warehouse has very little sulfur. But does that mean we don't need it? Yeah, it really does. So this chemical plant isn't consuming the sulfur fast enough. We'd like to consume sulfur at a faster rate, actually. I think that's true. Let's go back to the explosives. They want chemicals at a 2.0. And we're making plenty for that. Now, what about, do other people want it? They want some over here and they're not getting it. So, oh, and they're not getting it. Yeah, it's funny in hindsight. I could think of all kinds of ways to make this so much better organized, but that's such an unfair statement because of course, in hindsight, 2020 hindsight's amazing. Okay, sorry, interrupted. What? I'm having a hard time making my brain stop thinking of all these other ideas. I need to focus and get this done. Let's see. But I just got all these cool ideas of things I want to try. Maybe next time. Let's see. 60. I mean, we're barely making it with Essen, but we are making it. Okay. Yeah, we just need to get that. This needs to finish.
With new houses and good supplies, more and more people came to the region. The Ruhr area soon became a center of innovation and progress. Technical progress brought new opportunities. With the introduction of the first electric lighting, workers were able to work underground more safely and efficiently. Progress continued to pick up pace, and cities grew rapidly. Of course, this also meant that more steel was needed.
Okay, so we finished that, and it looks like we got a bunch of tasks up here. So let's see what's going to happen. They want us to, oh, look at this. Oh, we got an optional task, which is nice. We've got that done, and we put our competitor out of business, got that done. And of course, we could have done those faster had we, hit that faster. So tons of room for improvement. But we need 1 million people, and we've got 847,000 right now. We need to produce 250 loads of steel. And we've got a level 4 steel factory pumping it out right now. And here we go. Electric components, 20 cars with electric components. Okay. And remember what we're trying to do here is grow this to make those. But now look at this. This is opened up for us. This one's opened up, which actually, interesting region, has no cities in it. We still can't go here or here. Makes you wonder if we're done yet. Usually when you see the way they do these, usually when you see your optional tasks, I think that's when you've hit your last set, right? But we've got this and this. There's cities here, so we can connect all these up and set them up to grow a little bit if we need to, and use some of those to make our electric components, perhaps, if we don't want to wait on like Witten. Well, Witten's not a 40 yet, so this hasn't happened fast enough. We could look at Heiligen House down here, which is plenty big enough to do it. And Yeah, we might go south for this, and we might think about our steel production. We might even bump it up to a level 5. Now we have to hit 90,000 here, which we're almost there. So we're set up to haul steel all over the place, including all this here, which is good. And I think we're in pretty good shape to get this done. I think we'll come back next episode and finish this off, hopefully, if those are indeed the last tasks we have. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.